Hey, welcome back. Another day, another vlog. Hope you're all well on this fine Wednesday evening. A little bit of a quiet day, busy day at work, unfortunately, but you get that. First day back in, get in, smash it out. Start of the fortnight. What do you think? Your new little cactus, a little bit of light, a little something different, a little bit more professional, I'm hoping. A little bit more legit for a small fee. We'll talk about that later. Didn't cost stuff all. So that's pretty good. Let's get straight into it. Wednesday, it's windy as hell. It's got a bit of rain today, so the wet season and the monsoon's coming. So yeah, looking forward to that. A little bit cooler, but also very muggy and hot when it isn't raining. So it's a bit of a, it's good, but it's bad, and it can be really bad. So yeah. Anyways, let's get into it. India. Now we talked a while ago about Apple moving to India because of the USA embargo with China's, the tariffs and such, and India was the next best thing. They announced that they were going to start selling Apple products in India, which was a big thing. Huge market, 1.5 billion people, and that was going to be a big thing for Apple. Well, it's expanded on that. Apple is now going to be shipping parts out of India. India is now going to start making parts. Certain parts, they didn't say exactly what, but a company called Cellcomp is going to be investing $279 million US in setting up factories and such to build parts for Apple parts, so they'll be exporting out of India. As I said before, I think this is the next big thing. Once China becomes too expensive, it's got to go to someone that can provide the cheap labour. It's the only way any of this works. Someone's got to be the poor person. It's the only way you can have these cheap electrical items and stuff like that. It's just a fact of life, unfortunately. India's the next. They got 1.5 billion, a lot of unfortunately poor people that need jobs. This is going to be a huge growth for India. It might settle down the Chinese economy a bit, and they might, relax a bit on all their craziness and what they're doing. So I think it's probably a good thing for them, and for India definitely be a huge money maker and give a lot of people a lot of jobs. For Apple, it will then, I guess, hedge their bets. So if anything was to worsen with China, then they could easily just slide whatever else they've got in China into that Indian market, or there, expand it a bit, and they're away without really affecting them too much. So pretty interesting the way it's all come about. I sort of guesstimated it. I guess it was pretty clear that it had to be like that. It had to be there or South America. It's obviously a lot easier to ship out of Asia to America. It's a shorter run and probably not as bad sea-wise. There's more freight and transport hubs there that makes it a little bit more flexible. So yeah, but a pretty big deal. Obviously, if a company's going to spend $250 million on upgrading just to be doing parts, that's going to lead into something else and some big stuff. Much like the expansion in Texas we talked about last night, Apple are doing a lot of things that aren't in China. So Foxconn will be definitely seeing this happening, seeing what was announced in Texas, now seeing this in India that's going on. I'm sure Foxconn executives are under the pressure and the heat. They're going to work it out. They'll be putting pressure on their Chinese government. So hey, you're costing us money, you're costing us jobs, what are you going to do about it? So it's going to, I guess one way he's sort of gone the back way, Trump has gone the back way to get it to do it, but it seems to slowly be having a little effect. Whether China will really care, I guess that's the big question. They might just go, well, we're already big enough, we don't really need that sort of stuff anyway. So be very interesting, one to watch. Huawei, never out of the news. Obviously they've got the ban on them still, but they're still trying to do whatever they can to stay a business. That's what they are, and good on them. They're going into partnership with devialet. I don't know if you've seen that fancy subwoofer speaker. It's worth like $3,000. Little portable thing, looks like a big like a big snail shell, I guess, but it puts out an amazing sound, super high quality woofers, tweeters, all inbuilt. You can check it out on devialet. It's a French name. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. My apologies for butchering your language. I really don't mean to offend. But yeah, it does sound. They're going into partnership with Huawei. They're going to create a $285 US little HomePod speaker. Very similar in looks to Apple. Now it's going to be China only. And I've got a sneaky suspicion there's something to do with the fact that it's basically an Apple Pod copy. Shape, everything, it looks like the outgoing iMac Pro. Basically, it looks like a trash can, which is exactly like the Apple version. It's just got foam all over it, I think. From the picture, I'll try and get a picture and chuck in the thumbnail for you. So that was pretty cool. $285. Unfortunately, it's only going to be in China, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there and how long, and if before they ship it out, or if they can ship it out. I'm losing a bit of light here. I need new batteries. Apple. While we're on Apple, Apple told Congress that. Just see if I turn this down a bit for you. Oh, that's going to be better. Oh no, a little bit brighter. Apple told Congress in hearings, they're obviously in there about the right to repair. They've been getting a fair bit of pressure about that. Apple's told Congress that the reason they don't want people to do it is because they could hurt themselves. They don't want Ma and Pa and little Jack to get in and try and fix their own phone and hurt their little fingers or blow themselves up with the battery. And the Apple phones are too technical to repair. That is their, dare I say it, bullshit response. And it is a bullshit response. I mean, someone that doesn't know how to fix something, you're going to get a rare one person that's going to try and do something that they don't know what they're doing, and they're just going to stuff it, or yeah, they may blow up a battery. It's going to be like 1 in a million. But generally, this is what they're fighting for, and what they're trying to get Apple to release is companies that are little businesses, the ones in the shopping malls that do the cracked glass screens on your phone that are half the price of Apple. They're the guys this affects. So giving them the right to actually go in and fix your phone, making Apple provide the information so they can fix it properly, letting them buy parts, because currently, from my understanding, they can't. You have to be Apple certified repairer, and that's pretty much, they just cancel everyone out. That's not Apple. So they have a complete monopoly on it. They don't want to give it away, and they're pulling a bullshit technicality and saying it's a safety issue, which is joke, because otherwise no manufacturer for a car, any sort of mining equipment, anything in the world, would anyone be allowed to repair, because it's exactly the same thing. So I wouldn't be allowed to repair any ones that I don't work for, so I can't work on a machine, which is just a joke. Apple has really lost touch with the people that got it there, and I think you'll find that most Apple people are pretty creative, friendly sort of people. Most people that know the Apple are not vindictive, narcissistic, rich wannabe people. I guess I wouldn't know them anyway if they were that sort of a person. I'd hate to think people are really like that really get over a product. It's really not worth it. So it's pretty average again. We've got the dongle gate currently ongoing, we're pulling reviews, and now they're still refusing to let little guys just trying to start his sole business owner that's busting his ass doing 100 hours a week, changing screens, trying to make a living, because whatever reason that's what he's trying. He's good at it, so he's doing it. Just can't get ahead because Apple keeps shutting him down. That's what this is all about. So Apple's pretty piss poor, not very impressed as a company. Yet again, values and morals are definitely in the wrong way, going down towards the bad places, when it should be going, hey, what do we need to help our customers? That's what it should be all about. And they're just not doing it. They're not listening. It took them how long? 7 years to do just to fix basic stuff on the laptop with the 16-inch, and they didn't give us anything new. They just give us the same, just basically the repairs for stuff that should have been fixed 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Speaking of Apple, I'm sorry to smash them. I do love their products. Definitely love them. They do a great product. But I'm going to smash them again. Since this ISO 13 came out, I cannot get my photos onto my phone. It is getting ridiculous. I've had to I've posted a thing on the Apple forum now to try and get some help. I talked to the Apple Help Center for about an hour, a bit over an hour. I got transferred from the basic guy up to the boss. We tried everything he could think of. He couldn't get it to work. He was convinced it definitely is a problem. It's not me. We went through everything, run it. I can import my photos into Iphoto, but for some reason, since Poxy ISO 13 came out and they split iTunes, it's just a joke. Now I cannot, for the life of me, get my photos, all my folders that I've got, thousands and thousands of photos, but I can't select folders and put them back in my phone. I've tried everything. So if you've got any ideas, please drop them down below for me. I'd love to get. I just want to work it out. So currently I've got to airdrop anything I want back on there to use. So if I want to put something on Instagram, I've got to import it to save it, to keep it. Then I've got to airdrop it back onto my phone, back into my folder, and then wipe it again when it's just a nightmare. It's been going on for about 4 weeks. Tried most of the forums, really not much out there. There's not much on that same thing. I think I'm on just one of those unlucky ones. But yeah, just if you know anyone that's good and you can help us, that'd be gold. Because it's a bit of a pain in the butt. Anyways, right, that's all the bad stuff. No more smashing Apple. That's enough for tonight. They deserved it. Every now and again, I got to get a touch up to realise where you are. Now, good things. See my little light, eBay. I think it's about $10 or something. 10, 11 bucks delivered. You can't beat that. Look at that. That's gold, man. 10 bucks, 11 bucks. You can't beat that. I've got my little light which I've been using, but I really haven't had any RGB stuff, and that's why I've got this. Ooh. This little bad boy here, a Vbestlife, Vbestlife model. It goes up to 8,600 Kelvin. It's a great little light. I think it's got about an hour 50 charge. It's got all different functions. I think there's 9 different functions on it for like police, lightning, all that sort of stuff. You've got all your different colours. Let's see if I can change it. I'm still learning. Oh. Scenes. So there's your scenes. So that'll be like lightning. Yeah, that's lightning. So white light, and then you've got your different colours here. You can dim it, you can go up and down, not bad, very happy about that. So that's going to help out the little studio here, make it a little bit more of a proper little studio, and I'm happy about it. It's kind of good. So also I'm looking at, that's going to help me do a few of my videos and stuff and make things look a little bit more professional. So I'm trying, guys. About 110 bucks on eBay. I'll chuck a link in down below for you, and same for the light. I'll chuck a link for that down there. There's a heap of those you can find on there, so I'll just chuck a general one so you can go through. There's thousands upon thousands from China. It just takes a couple of batteries and you're away, and yeah, it looks pretty good, pretty solid. Very happy with it. My own little cactus out in the desert. Oh yeah. Anyway, that's it. Another day, back, set up, ready to go. 2 weeks on, get into it. We've got a fair bit to go, coming up to a Black Friday this week, so the sales are on. It's going crazy. You get 1,000 emails every day about all the different sales on. Hope you're prepared and you had your list of what you needed and you checked all your prices in the last month. So now you can know actually what isn't a bargain and what they've sort of looked like they've put up but then put down. That old trick. So be wary of that. If you have prepared, I think you'll get yourself a couple of good deals. There seem to be generally around the 20% anywhere up to 30 some things, which are just a very small margin, up to plus 30 up to 50%, but they're very specialised things. Some good things like Edelchrome's got a sale on, Samsonite luggage, just everything. I did have a look for ND filters because that was the one I was pretty interested in to see if there was any bargains there. Nothing on Polar Pro mentioned at all. I've had no emails from them. And Freewell with the magnetic ND filters, that new range they brought out, which are really good and about $100 cheaper than the Polar Pro, but the same sort of level quality, maybe a little bit lower, but very similar. Again, no sort of sales on there, so that's about the only thing I haven't really seen. Everything else there seems to be open. There's cameras going, there's lenses, there's all sorts of deals. Stay tuned on that. We'll put some more things up on that. Might get a bit of a Black Friday wish list coming. Heaps of fishing stuff happening too. There's rods on sale. Kistler's got rods on sale. You can get them now. Tackle Warehouse, generally they'll come out with about a 20% off everything on their store on the Friday, so get ready for that for your fishing stuff. They're really good to work with and get freight through. Heaps happening this week. I'll try and keep you informed as best I can, and we'll go from there. Anyway, that's it for me. Another day, another vlog. So whether you're coming, going, or heading to bed, take it easy, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Ciao!